Hello, traders. FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Monday, and it is January 18th. So, welcome to today's live stream. Thanks for coming. Glad to have you. If anybody did come to last week's live stream, I think I got my issues figured out on Zoom. I'm pretty sure it's working correctly now. Looks like we are streaming at about just over 7,000 bits, and we have zero drop frames. So, hopefully, today's live stream will go a lot better than last week. I do apologize for that. I uninstalled and reinstalled my software, my live stream software, so I'm pretty sure we are all set now. So, as usual, I do prefer to do my full top-down analysis at the dollar indexes first, because I do like to use the dollar indexes as a roadmap to help me trade all the dollar pairs, including gold and silver. So we're going to do a full top-down analysis on the dollar index, and then we'll use that information. We'll apply it to all the dollar pairs. And now we are going to be doing these live streams every Monday. So if anybody does have any requests, definitely put them in the chats. I think these live streams really should be dedicated to a request, and I do want to make sure that everybody that does come and support the channel by showing up to these live channels, these live streams, have their pairs analyzed. So if you would like me to look at something, definitely feel free to do so, and make sure to leave a chat, leave us, something in the chats, and I will see it, and I will be more than happy to look at pretty much anything anybody would like. I definitely more than anything am a forex trader, but whatever. Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, for sure, look at Bitcoin. Now, one thing I really want to do is, as you noticed, the title of this live stream was the 20 pip challenge. Now, one of my members over the holidays, brought to my attention this 20 pip challenge, which is actually right here. The actual 20 pip challenge is right here. Now, the problem with the 20 pip challenge that I face as a US citizen and as somebody that is trading with 30 to 1 leverage, the actual challenge is you're supposed to take $20, and then with a very, very high leverage account, you're supposed to turn that into $52,000 over 30 winning trades. Now, like I said, the problem with that is unless you have a very high leverage broker, like a 500 to 1 broker, it's really not even possible for that to happen. So we are um, me, as like I said, a U.S. citizen living in Europe, I'm pretty much limited to 30 to 1 leverage. That's pretty much what I am limited to. I mean, you could potentially sign up to some sketchy, broker and get that 500 to 1 leverage, but trading is my business, and with my business, I'm not really willing to do sketchy things with my business. So I am trading 30 to 1 leverage, just like most of you guys are if you're living in Canada, US, UK, or Europe, following the regulations, we all pretty much have to trade with 30 to 1 leverage unless we decide to go with a sketchy offshore broker, which who knows if they'll even pay out, even if you do get to that $52,000 mark, who knows if they'll even pay out. So I thought this spreadsheet was really cool. Pretty much all it really is a compounding spreadsheet. So what I did was I downloaded this, and I ended up making my own spreadsheet, which is right here, which is very similar to the one that we were just looking at. Now, I am dedicating so basically, what it is you can start off with $100 of margin or $100 in your account, and with a high leverage broker, you could have $100 in your account, no problem, and just work your way up through the list. So this is the challenge that I'm doing. We just started it last week. On Tuesday, I introduced it to all my premium members. And on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we started trading together, the challenge. Now, Wednesday and Thursday were kind of a flop for us, but on Friday, which is the non-farm payroll, I was able to make back any of that money, and I also was able to pass level 1. So I am currently on level 2, and I'm currently in a trade, which, if it works out by the end of the day, I think I'll be no problem. I'll be past level 2, and I'll probably be on my way to level 3. So this is the spreadsheet. This is what me and my premium members are doing right now in the live streams. So definitely, if anybody is interested in checking this out, make sure to check out the link in the chats and in the description. Over the next month or so, we're going to be going through this spreadsheet together as a group. Like I said, I'm currently on level 2 right here. But I do truly believe that we can make our way through this spreadsheet. And if you start off with $100 with a high leverage broker, you could potentially turn that $100 into $87,000. Or you can take whatever amount of money you have and you can just put in here on the first level. Like let's say you start off with $5,000, and the spreadsheet will automatically do the math. So you could potentially turn $5,000 over the course of 30 winning trades into $70,000 to $90,000. And that's only with risking $20 to make $28, risking $28 to make 32, risking 32 to make 40. So definitely a very cool system. And I thought it would be a really cool thing for us to do at the beginning of the year, especially with a lot of people doing New Year's resolutions and stuff. So the money that I dedicated to the challenge was $37,500. This is in my personal trading account. This is not a funded account or anything like that. So as I work my way down this list, I potentially will be able to turn $37,500 into $125,000 over 30 winning trades. Now, obviously, nobody's going to win 30 trades in a row, but let's say we get past level one, we pass level two, we pass level three, and then we lose. We go back to level two, and then if we win, and then maybe lose. So we're going to be going down, and then maybe back, and then down. But I do truly believe that we can get through this spreadsheet, no problem. I do truly believe that anybody following along in my live streams. For my premium members, will have really no problem passing this challenge. And I am using OANDA with a 30 to 1 leverage and about a 1 pip spread on the EU. So I'm using a regulated broker just like everybody else would be. So I do truly believe that pretty much anybody can get through this list. So if anybody is interested in joining my premium membership, this is what you get. You get the trading course, which is 30 videos, 7.5 hours of content. You also get every single weekday, Monday through Friday, we do a live stream starting at 7:30 a.m. London time and usually about 90 minutes to 2 hours. And then on New York live stream, we do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Monday, I want to do a YouTube live stream. But the live trading is going to be during the London live streams and during the New York live streams. 9 live streams a week I'm doing for my premium members. And the premium membership also comes with a trading course. It comes with a bunch of educational information, access to the private chats, me sharing all my potential swing trades, and it's kind of like a mentorship. So, like I said, if anybody is interested in this, definitely feel free to check it out. It is only $50 a month, and there's no obligation. You can sign up for 1 month, and you can cancel it anytime. So, if it's not working out for you, then you can cancel anytime. So, definitely check that out. Link for that is in the chats and in the description. If you want to join my Discord channel, my actual Discord channel is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. So definitely check that out also. But like I said, during these live streams, which I'm doing 9 live streams a week, I'm doing Monday through Friday, London session, and I'm doing Tuesday through Friday, New York session. And we're going to be doing this together. Me and my members have been working on this, and we're working our way through this spreadsheet. I'm on level two, which I do believe by the end of the day I'll have level two finished, and we'll be on to level three. And I do believe by the end of, maybe mid-February or so, I think we're going to be, trading way down here, making potentially $7,000 per trade. Not even, not even really, too intense trading. It's not like we're scalping, day trading all day long. So definitely check it out if you're interested. There's no obligations to, there's no commitment. You can sign up for 1 month and then you can cancel at any time. So, anyways, if anybody has any questions for that, definitely check out my free Discord channel. You can contact me on there. That is definitely by far the best way to contact me. So, if anybody has any questions, feel free to contact me on there. So, anyways, let's get to the analysis. I do like to promote my coaching and my live streams and stuff like that at the beginning, but what's important is going through these pairs. So, let's do that. So I am still a big believer that this is a one and this is a two, and I still believe we're in a wave three, which I still think the most likely place for this wave three to go is way down here. So I am definitely very, very bearish on the dollar for sure, 100%. So going down to the weekly time frame, I like to switch back to the US dollar index because I do trust this one much more because it is equally weighted. Now, this is very clearly a trend right here. Lower lows, lower highs. It's either a wave A or it's a wave 1. This is clearly a counter trend. A. 3 waves down. B. Another counter trend. C. I believe this is the end of either a wave B or a wave 2. If it is a wave C, then this potentially is going to go down to this 100% Fibonacci extension to finish a wave C. If it's a wave 3, then it's probably going to go down to this 161.8, which is what I think it most likely will do. Probably down in this area right here where there's going to be a lot of support in the past. Most likely support in the past will be support in the future. So, it'd be pretty likely that this would go down, make a 3, eventually make a 4, and make a 5, and that would be a trend ending a wave C on the monthly time frame and up. So anyways, I think that's going to work out pretty good for us. Going down to the daily time frame, one thing you do have to notice is that this thing did go up very strong, as you can see. It went up very strong at the beginning of the year. But what is important to see about this picture right here? The important thing to see is that we don't have a break of structure. We don't have a higher low. We don't have anything that would tell us that this downtrend is over on the dollar, which means I am definitely primarily looking for shorts on the dollar still, for sure. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, to me, this looks like a trend. This looks actually like a very, very clear trend. I actually think this is most likely a wave A. Most likely we are in a wave B right now. It's a wave B. We'll probably end up looking something like this. And I do think there is a very good possibility, especially with the fact we have CPI coming out this week. I think there's probably a pretty good possibility that we are going to go back up and make a wave C. Now, this right here is probably either an ABC of 2, which I think it is, or possibly maybe an ABC of B. I think it's more likely an ABC of 2. This wave 5 right here is a wave 1, and then we're now in a wave 2, which potentially could go up and take out the high of wave 4 before it continues the downtrend. So I do think it is pretty clear that we are going up overall. The higher time frame trend I do think is down, but overall I think the trend is up. To me, this looks very clear to be impulsive down. I think this is more than likely a wave A. I think this is more likely a B. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C forming. I think this whole uptrend right here is a wave A. I think this is an A, B, C, or B. And I think that this is more likely to go up and make a wave C. So we are trading to the short side right now on the dollar, but most likely this move down is a correction to this move up, which this move up is most likely a wave A. So most likely we are actually trading a wave C of wave B right now, but the overall trend on the much higher time frames is definitely down. So the fact that we're trading short on the dollar is actually trading with the trend, and you really never know. I mean, this easily could just keep on stretching out and continue the downtrend. Like I said, on the daily time frame, we never had a structure break. This never broke structure and never gave us a reason at all to think that the downtrend is over. So we are definitely trading with the trend. Now, I took this, proof is in the pudding. You can see the entry that I took with my members this morning. This was a trade that we took in the London session this morning. Like I said, we do 9 live streams a week now for my premium members. I'm currently up almost 30 pips. We're up 28 pips. If it hits my take profit, then we will move beyond level 2. We're going to move on to level 3. So I am pretty confident that we're going to get to level 3 today. No problem. So this is a trade that I took with the group this morning. Anybody that was in my AM live stream this morning took this trade with me and is sitting in about 29 pips of profit right now. And you can see we took this trade almost right at the bottom. So, and this is with Orlando, as you can see. So this is my own personal trading account right here, and this is a proof that we took a profitable trade this morning. So that's the trade that we're in right now. I'll meet me and my Patreon members. Some of the members actually took the Euro dollar trade. Some of them are taking the Aussie and the Kiwi trade, but really, I mean, they're all doing pretty much the same thing. So no matter what trade you took, it doesn't really matter. They're all pretty much playing out in the exact same way. So this is the Euro dollar trade that we took today. Most likely, this is a wave B. Most likely, well, this is the euro dollar trade that some of my members took. Most likely, this is a wave B. It's probably going to go up to the 50%. It's probably going to go up and grab all this big candle, all that liquidity sitting at that big candle. And I do believe that there's a very, very good chance this is going to go down again for a wave C. Hey, Connor, how's it going today? We're just looking at that euro dollar trade. That's an awesome trade. I was just showing everybody my pound dollar trade that I'm in, which is very close to taking profits. So everything's working out pretty good for that, definitely. And I know you took the euro dollar trade, you told me this morning, so I think you're pretty happy with that too. So things are working out pretty good. That was actually a very, very clear entry. Impulsive up, break of structure, corrective overlapping move to the downside, and then bam. I bet this is going at least to the 50%, which that probably makes a lot of sense because that's going to fill all this liquidity right here. So it would make a lot of sense for that to go up and fill the rest of that liquidity and finish off the wave C or B potentially. And like I said, we are technically still in an uptrend on the daily time frame, so you really can't, put it out of our minds that this could possibly just keep on going up. I mean, it's unlikely, but it is definitely possible because we are definitely trading with the trend. So it is likely that that is going to go up a lot more. Pound dollar trade is the one that I took because the pound has been a little bit stronger than the euro as of recently. And yeah, this is the trade that I took this morning in the AM London Street live stream that I did with all my members today. So if anybody is interested, like I said, the link for that is in the chats and in the description. We do live trading 9 times a week, so definitely worth the money, I would say. So this one is definitely a little bit different than the euro dollar. It almost kind of looks like we already had an A, we already potentially have a B, and this is a C. And then what do we have actually? Maybe this is like an ABC XZ or something along those lines. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't really care how to count it. I just care that we got in a really good trend trade today and we are sitting in about 36 pips of profit already. So looking pretty dang good in my opinion. So let's move on to the Aussie. Oh yeah, the Aussie too. Man, that is an extremely clear entry on the Aussie today. And especially for a Monday, that's actually very nice. A lot of the times you don't get nice clear entries like that on a Monday, so that was a very, very nice entry also. It seems pretty likely that this is an A. It seems pretty likely this is a B. Most likely this move up is a wave C. So I would assume that this is going to be a wave C. I think there's a good chance, probably towards the end of the week, around CPI news, we're going to get another push down. So it seems pretty likely this is going to play out like that. Especially when we start looking at correlated pairs. I mean, they all kind of tell us the same story, especially on the dollar. Very, very corrective, wave B. Most likely that right there is the end of the correction. Most likely we are going up for a wave C, which a wave C should be a correction to this whole move down. It is most likely going to be a wave B in my opinion. So we'll see how that turns out. I think it's going pretty much right as planned. So that's going very, very well, as you can see. Some nice, nice trend trades today. Very, very nice, especially for a Monday, like I said. US dollar CAD, I don't really think I would pick the US dollar CAD as an entry, but it seems to me, it seems to me like this move down is probably just going to be a correction. I do think on the higher time frames, this is going to go up some more. I mean, it seems to me like it's going to do something like this and then probably go up again to at least a 38 at a 50%. And then from there, end up continuing down probably towards the end of the week. Definitely seems like that's going to be the most likely scenario for that. It really looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I mean, I don't really think this move down is going to be anything beyond a correction to the uptrend. So I don't really think that would have been the most desirable entry for us. US dollar Swiss. US dollar Swiss. A lot of these pairs I don't really have labels on because I have special charts that I share with my members, and the white charts. Which these are the charts that I share with my members every day. So these other charts don't really have a whole lot of labels on them. But that's okay. We don't really need a whole lot of Elliott wave labels. That's not really going to help us make any money in the long run. But this move up was very strong, but look how it made a lower high, lower high. Definitely, definitely still trading with the trend if you're short on the US dollar Swiss on the shorter time frames, definitely. Very likely it is going to be a correction, but I mean, you never know. On the 4 hour time frame, it definitely looks to me like a trend. One, two, three, four, five. Well, it seems like a wave A. Seems like this move down is an A, B, C, of B, which a wave B should be a correction to the wave A. And it seems like very, very likely this is going to go up and make a wave C. I bet prior to CPI news on Thursday, it's going to finish a wave C, and then I bet it's going to end up continuing back down. So, yeah, definitely. US dollar yen is for sure a little bit different. Now, the US dollar yen, I always consider more of a yen pair than anything. Let's real quickly switch to the yen basket. I definitely see a couple possible outcomes. One of the possible outcomes is this is a 1, 2, 3 pattern like an ABC, but if that was an ABC, then it probably would not have done this, which that looks extremely corrective. So most likely the sort of time frame count that I have is actually the one that's correct. Most likely this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a little bit of a failed wave 5. And then most likely this is a downtrend for the A, this is 3 waves up for the B, and this is a downtrend for the C. And we had a break of structure today, so I mean this very possibly is the end of an ABC correction, and this very possibly is going back up. And this is either, I have no idea what it is, but honestly I don't care what it is because the trading strategy is exactly the same. This is either a wave A or a wave 1 ending right here. This ABC is either a wave B or a wave 2 most likely ending right here. And this move up is either going to be a wave C or a wave 3. If we go up back up to the daily time frame, let me put this on here so we can see it on the higher time frames. And let's get rid of that ABC because I don't really like that count anymore. I don't think that's right. I think it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is either an A or a 1, a B or a 2, and that means that this would either go up and make a C and then go back down, or it would go up and make a wave 3, which a wave 3 would probably break out of this area and make, at least a 161% Fibonacci projection of this move right here projected off the bottom of this correction. So it seems pretty likely that we're either starting a wave C or we're starting a wave 3. So now that we have that kind of figured out, let's go back to here and go back to the dollar pairs and see what we got. I was tempted to go long on the dollar yen today, but because of what I see on the JPY basket, and me and Stefan were talking about it, it came to a conclusion pretty quickly that going long on the yen pairs is probably not the best idea right now. It kind of looks like we might have. Hmm. It kind of looks like a trend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it kind of looks like this is an ABC. Like this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, or possibly a 1. This is a ABC, like a B, or possibly a 2. And it looks like we are going to go down for a C, or possibly a 3. So I don't really think going long on the yen pairs based on what we see on these yen baskets is going to be a very good idea, based on the yen basket at least. Let's look at gold. I don't really have a whole lot of labels on gold either, like I said, because my other charts are my primary charts. These white charts are the charts that I share with the group every morning. And yeah, these are the ones I share with my Patreon members every morning. So I don't have a whole lot of labels on some of these other pairs, but I think we're forming a flat pattern, in my opinion, on gold. It seems very likely this is a flat because I see 1, 2, 3 waves down. I see 1, 2, 3 waves up. That's definitely 3 waves down. That's definitely 3 waves up. It seems very likely that now we're going to end up making a 5 way pattern down. And this is going to be an ABC flat. And maybe it'll be a regular flat. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an expanding flat or a running flat. So basically, it pretty much would have to be a regular flat, which would probably take out the low a little bit and then end up continuing back up. I am still very, very bullish on gold. I know not many people are, but I definitely am still very bearish on gold. I still have my Fibonacci retracement as in this whole move up right here, but I actually believe that this is going to keep going down. I think we're gonna make like a 1-2, and we're in a wave 3. Eventually, it's gonna make a 4, and eventually go back down for a wave 5. So most likely that is what I assume is gonna happen on this. So let's see. Like I said, it is very clear that this is a 1-2-3 pattern, and it's very clear that this is a 1-2-3 pattern. So it seems very, very likely that this would make a 5-way pattern to the downside now, and that would be almost a perfect regular flat if that's the case. So yeah, I think that that is pretty much exactly what's going to happen, and I do expect overall the dollar is going to keep going up. So it would make a lot of sense for me if this did just keep going up. Someplace in here, I think there's a 1-2. I actually think it's right here because this is a break of structure. So that's probably a 1-2, 1-2 of 3, and then this is probably going to keep going down. I think I would be looking for source on gold still. I would probably be ignoring this move to the upside, and I would probably be looking for shorts on gold. Just like the euro dollar and the pound dollar, I think that these are going to be temporary moves too. I mean, I don't really think it's going to make it beyond here on the euro dollar and the pound dollar, pretty much the same thing. I don't really think it's going to go beyond the 78%. I think it's going to go up and grab all this liquidity. But honestly, that's probably about it. It's probably going to be pretty well done by then. It's probably gonna, mess around for a few days until CPI comes out, and then I bet CPI is gonna cause these pairs to go down, most likely, to finish a wave C. In the long run, I feel like this is the most likely scenario: up, down, down, take out the low of wave 4, and then bam, back up again. Eventually, but I feel like CPI is going to cause it to go down, start a wave C, and then in a week or two is when it will actually continue the uptrend. Some of the other pairs seem much more clear. Down, up, down. Maybe take out the low of wave 4, maybe not, and then back up. Definitely seems pretty likely, doesn't it? So yeah, like I said, I want to dedicate the majority of these live streams that I do on Mondays because I am gonna, uh, yeah, I would be long on the Aussie dollar too, definitely. So anyways, I want to dedicate these live streams to you guys, my viewers. So anybody that has any requests, definitely feel free to put them in the chat. So I'd be more than happy to look at pretty much anything. I mean, I'm definitely not much of a stocks, and I'm definitely not that much into crypto. But Elliott Wave works on crypto, it works on stocks, it works on pretty much everything. So it looks like Carl was requesting the Swiss yen. So let's do that. Let's go look at the Swiss yen. Unfortunately, like I said. Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, Swiss yen. Boy, I am definitely would definitely primarily still be looking for longs on the Swiss yen, 100%. I think that it is going to go down now. Look at this. One, two. This morning when I was talking to my members, we were very tempted to go long right here, but after we looked at the JPY basket, we determined that it was probably a better idea to wait. And that was good because most likely this is going to go down again, seeing the pattern that it formed. This is more like a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably a wave A or possibly a wave 1. I think this is an ABC, either a wave B or possibly a wave 2. And most likely this is going to go down for a wave C or possibly a wave 3. So I think it's pretty clear actually. Now let's look at a couple of these other yen pairs, see if they agree. Yeah, I think they kind of do, don't they? Ooh, wow, yeah. I would say they agree very well, honestly. So, hmm. Yeah, Swiss yen. Kind of looks like it's trying to make a sort, in my opinion. What's that JPY basket up to? Does that JPY basket still look like it's making a long? I am from Boston. Well, I'm actually from New Hampshire, but I'm from the US. But I'm currently living in Europe. I've lived in Europe for about 13, 14 months now. but I'm from the U.S. I'm American. But my family is from Canada, so I'm really Canadian, but I'm definitely a U.S. citizen. So yeah. So let's see. Let's go. Yep, Bitcoin was definitely next on our list, so we definitely want to look at Bitcoin. We already looked at gold, but gold is a very popular pair, so I definitely have no problem going to look at gold again. Gold again. And that trade that I just said with everybody this morning is extremely close to making take profit. Anybody in my live stream this morning, any of my Patreon members in my live stream this morning, you are probably very close to moving on to the next step. Step number 3. Before you know it, all my Patreon members and I are going to be trading way down here on step 20, 21. We're going to be making $2,000 a trade, maybe potentially three, four, $5,000 a trade with this compounding spreadsheet that I share with all my premium Patreon members. So if anybody is interested in checking that out, we just started this challenge last week. So if anybody is interested, definitely, the link is in the chats and in the description. There's no obligations. There's no obligations to continue. You can sign up for 1 month and then you can leave if you don't like it. No problem. I personally don't trade indices, but honestly, we have a bunch of members in the group that do. I pretty much only trade Forex. But yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with indices. Honestly, when the dollar's going down, indices are really good for going long, and when the dollar is going up, indices are really good for going short. So it can be a little bit of a hedge for sure. So let's go check out Bitcoin, see what's up with that. Ooh, I was wondering if we're getting close to ending a correction. Boy, that's looking more like a wave 3 though, isn't it? Wow, that is very strong on the monthly. I will give you that. I think we need to put a Fibonacci extension on here. Let's do that real quick. Throw a Fibonacci extension on here. See where we're at. Oh, we're still in a territory of a wave 3. Wave C, I mean. Get rid of that. Get rid of some of these levels because I hate having too many levels on my chart. Yeah, we have a few members from Canada. So my live streams, I live stream at New York Open and I live stream for London Open. So if you're talking about New York time, I live stream at 2:30 a.m., which is probably not going to work for you. That's the London live stream. And then I also live stream for New York live stream for the New York Open, which the New York Open for me is at 8 a.m. New York time or at 1 p.m. UK time. So if you're talking about London time, it's 7:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. If you're talking New York time, then it is 2:30 a.m. and it is 8 a.m. So obviously the London session is probably not going to work for you, which is half the reason why I moved to Europe, well, probably the majority of the reason why I moved to Europe in the first place was because living in the U.S. or Canada makes it very difficult to trade Forex. Very, very difficult. So, yeah, I know. I saw that, Connor. I was wondering. I almost sent you a message after I got back from lunch today to ask you if you were long on the Euro CAD because I know you like that pair. So I was kind of curious to see if you were in it or not. But yeah, that definitely looks like a turn, doesn't it? You've been holding. Have you been holding that trade since you told me about it like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was? Because I remember a couple weeks ago. Yeah, yeah, you would be getting. No, yeah, I don't blame you. I would have cut out too. But yeah, that pound CAD and the Euro CAD is looking really, really good. Definitely. Yeah, it's kind of up to you, how or whatever. It's definitely up to you whether it's worth it. I can't really make that decision for you. Like I said, you can sign up for 1 month, and at the end of the month, if you don't like it, then just cancel. It's only gonna be $50. So yeah, this Bitcoin to me really does look like it possibly is a wave C. If it is a wave C, eventually it's going to go down and break structure. And when it does go down and break structure, that is going to be a huge sorting opportunity if that is the case. Now we are passing the 50%, which is actually not a very good sign. It might even keep going up. It might still continue. My second target, I think, was right around 48,000. Yeah, 48,500. It would be my second target for a potential end of a wave C. But if it goes any higher than that, then I would say it's not a wave C. It's actually a wave 3, and it might even just keep on going. So I would definitely still be looking for longs on this because we do not have a breaker structure to the downside. Like I said, I think at this point, the 48,000 might be pretty likely. And that lines up with the 150 Fibonacci extension of the wave A or potentially the wave 1. I have the wave A or the wave 1 measured, and I have it projected off the bottom of this Kretzer, which I think is a wave B. I think this is an A. I think this is a B. I think we're in a wave C. If it bounces, breaks structure, then we'll be ready to go short. Potentially, it could keep going up though and do it up here. And that's going to be a huge short if it really is a wave B. Because I still feel like on the weekly time frame, I am still trusting in this count on the weekly, which is that this is a wave B and a C, and eventually this thing is going to go way down, probably take out these lows. I think Bitcoin is going to go down to, $12,000, $10,000 a coin. And if it does go down that low, I was thinking about buying a whole coin. What the heck? If you can buy a coin at $10,000, $12,000, and then later on it gets up to $70,000, that's a heck of a return. So we'll see. We'll see if it works out like that. Shorter term, though, I would definitely be looking for longs. Look, we had a long today. One, two, three waves down and positive up. That was today. This is Monday. We had a pretty nice little long today. Looks like a one, two, three, four, five also. So that was actually a pretty nice little setup for sure. Real nice, actually. And yeah, I would say at this point it probably is going to keep going up, at least make new highs. So yeah, let's see. What else do we have for requests? Let's look at the US 30 for Carl. I have absolutely no problem looking at indices. US 30. They have been in a one heck of a rally, haven't they? Oh wow, the US 30. Yo, Aussie. Yeah, yo, Aussie. Oh boy, huh? Oh yeah, that's right. There is a nice little pullback. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get in that trade too. I would like to see it a little better of a pullback, but yeah, I definitely am gonna be interested in that trade too. So keep an eye. If you see something, say something. That's gonna be my new saying for the group. This morning I was talking about that, because we go through it in the morning. We all know what we're looking for. So if you see something, say something. It's like what the police say. If you see something, say something. Tell the group. We can all do it together. So, anyways, let's see. US 30, man, that thing is in a major. Yeah, hold and hope, and then say something. If you see something, say something. Definitely. Yeah, boy, these stocks are just crazy rallies. The U.S. Yeah, I know we do. The stock market. This one has even broken structure, so we're technically still at an uptrend. The S&P 500 did break structure, but boy, look at it. It's starting to reject structure pretty nicely. Hmm. Yeah, I know. These stocks are just crazy, crazy trends. I mean, I would definitely still be looking for longs on this because it hasn't broken structure yet. But boy, these type of corrections you got to be careful because it's just kind of like almost like a ladder type correction, like a stairway correction, stairway to hell almost. And you might think it's over, and then it just makes another lower high, and then you might think it's over, and then it makes another lower high, and then you gotta be careful on these type of corrections. These type of corrections, you're actually better off using the yen berry technique. Throw a trend line on here, wait for a breakout, wait for a retest, and then bam on the retest. That would be a way, way safer entry. It actually would be a much, much safer entry. Put like a little trend line on here, probably like right there. Wait for a breakout, wait for a retest, and then hold and hope. Hold and hope your way right to profit, hopefully. Yeah, if you did join, then I will get you onboarded as soon as this meeting is over. I'll get you onboarded. So yeah, no problem. I definitely appreciate the support. I will get you onboarded as soon as this live stream is over. I had to onboard people manually because I need to I need to manually onboard people. So I will do that right after this live stream. So I would definitely still be looking for longs, 100%. But boy, I would be careful. If it goes up and hits this trend line and then makes an impulsive move down, it actually may be a better short. SPX, yeah, the SPX is very, very similar. Ooh, at least that one's got a higher low though. The SPX is I analyzed the SPX for my members, so I do have a count on this one. And we just had a break of structure on this one. So you would think, let me go back to the other chart. Most people prefer the black, but I actually prefer the white, probably because I'm colorblind. So yeah, we definitely just had a break of structure recently. Right there, we just had a break of structure. You would think that this would be like either a wave A or possibly a wave one, and that this next move up would either be a wave B or possibly a wave two, and that it would go down again for a wave C. That's definitely what you would think would happen, but oftentimes, like I say all the time, sometimes what we think is a wave B will just keep on trending up. So sometimes, even though a wave B may not be a desirable trade, sometimes it's worth getting in just to find out whether it really does keep going. Oh, but we do have a higher low, so we do know that this trend right here is over. We know that trend is over, so what's that mean? That means that we can throw a Fibonacci retracement on the whole trend, and we can be looking for a rejection of Fibonacci. Like I said, you would think that this would be a wave A. You would think that this would be a wave A, B, C. Uh, yeah, that's a debatable question right there, Harriet. Yeah, elections definitely have an effect on the markets. The BRICS is definitely going to have an effect on the markets too. So yeah, what the effect is, honestly, who knows? Elections, I mean, it kind of depends on who gets elected. I think a lot. I do think that the what I think is going to happen personally with the S&P 500, if you go all the way up to the weekly and zoom out a little bit, I think what's going to happen is that this year is an election year, and because this is an election year, the Democrats are going to do everything they can to drive this thing up into all-time highs. And then during the election, the Democrats are going to be patting themselves on the back, saying that we got the stock market, we recovered the stock market drop, and now we're in all-time highs again. And then probably this fall, it's going to be like a rock falling off a skyscraper. I think we're going to end up all the way back down to 3,200 eventually, but we'll see. I personally think that this is probably going to go up throughout the spring, maybe even throughout summertime. And then sometime in the fall, it's going to start to turn down. It's going to break structure and it's just going to trend down. I think 3,200 is in our future, probably either towards the end of this year or maybe into the next year. But hopefully I'm wrong because if there's one analysis I wish I was wrong about, it's definitely this one because so many people's retirements, especially in the US, so many people's 401ks and pensions and all that stuff is relied on the indices and the S&P 500 and the US 100 and Nasdaq. So honestly, I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope it just keeps on trending up forever because so many people get affected by those big stock market crashes. I mean, I'm sure people heard about 2008 when people were jumping out windows and stuff because they were close to retirement and their whole retirement fund just disappeared almost overnight. Yeah, and they will recover. Even if it does go down to 3,200, what do you think the big boys are going to be doing? If it goes down to 3,200, the big boys are going to be buying, 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 and then eventually they're going to make a killing. The problem is little fists like us can't afford to do that. I can't afford to buy a drop and then buy some more and then buy some more and then buy some more and then buy some more. I'll get a margin call and I'll be screwed. But yeah, that's probably what the big boys, the big hedge funds and big money managers, that's probably what they're doing. Big pension money managers and stuff. That's probably almost definitely what they'll be doing. So yeah, let's see. So like I said, if anybody has any requests, definitely put them in the chats. Trademark. Yeah, trademark it. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Did I miss any requests? We did the what US 30. So if anybody has any requests, definitely throw them in the chats. I'd be more than happy to look at pretty much anything. I like to try to keep these live streams to an hour. I do want to every single week. I want to update you guys on the progress of my compounding spreadsheet. We are extremely close to moving on to step 3. I'm only a couple pips away from taking profit on this trade right here. So I am extremely close to moving on to step 3, probably within the next couple minutes. Oh, might as well just watch it together. Look, what's gonna happen? Come on, couple more pips. Oh, whoop! I don't really want people to see that though. So yeah, a couple more pips. 43, 44. Come on, take take profit. At this point, it's probably better off just to take the profit. I was hoping that it would hit my take profit in front of everybody. Come on, come on. A pip and a half on the pound is like nothing. Nah, that's all right. Yep. Oh, here we go. There we go. Take profit is officially. Come on. There we go. Take profit hit. Step number 2 complete. Step number 2 is complete, everyone. Step number 2 completed. Let me fill it in. Completed step on Monday. Let's see, today's the 1st, so January 8th. Today's January 8th. Yeah, the challenge is pretty interesting. I just completed step 2, so moving on to step 3. So tomorrow I'm going to be risking $32 to make $40. And then after that, 40 to make 50. And eventually I'm going to be risking 1150 to make 14. And eventually I'll be risking 14,000 to make 20,000. So it's pretty much just a compounding spreadsheet. But the idea of this actually comes from this 20 pip challenge that one of my members brought to my attention. It's extremely interesting. And like I said, we just hit take profit, so completed on here. I think it'd be good to put the pair too. So GBP USD long. And this was the euro dollar, right? Did I did this on? I think it was the euro dollar. EUR USD. I think I had to look at my trade notes. I think that was the euro dollar that I took on Friday. Yeah, it was the euro dollar. It was just move up on the euro dollar. So yeah, it was euro dollar long. Euro dollar long, pound dollar long. Tomorrow, starting step 3. $32 to make $40. Obviously, this is not much money. Normally, I risk about $200 to $400 per trade with the size of my account. So this is really not much money at all for me, but I like it because it starts off really small. I mean, you can risk, I think everybody can pretty much risk $20 a trade. I mean, if you can't risk $20 a trade, then honestly, you need to save up some money. But, it starts off small. You start off at $20 risk. You move on to 28, 30. Eventually, you're going to be risking 100. In another week or so, you'll be risking $500 a trade. Eventually $1,000, $2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Eventually you're going to be risking 8, 10, 11, $14,000 per trade. So it kind of eases you into it, which is really good for trading psychology, big time, to ease yourself into it like that. So awesome. Very exciting. I'm glad that we got to experience that together. Let me move this back onto my second screen so I can keep an eye on it. I don't even think that trade is over. I think it's going to keep going, the pound dollar and the euro dollar. I think they're going to keep going. But honestly, if we're going to follow this spreadsheet the way it's meant to be, and if we can make our $32, we need to just get out, try again. So yeah, you might as well. And normally, I would let this trade keep going. If anything, I would scale out of 50% of it. But the point of this spreadsheet is not to do that. The point is to take your profit and then just move on to the next day. So tomorrow we're going to be risking $32 for a trade. So let's see if we can find a setup tomorrow. Maybe even tonight we can find a setup. Who knows? Like I said, if anybody is interested, I do share my swing trades, even if they're not during the live session. I share my swing trades with the group. And if you don't believe me, look at this right here. Let's see, swing trades. This is the only swing trade I've shared with the group so far this week, but this is UK time. And at today at 11 a.m. UK time is when we entered. It was after our live stream. It was at 11 a.m. UK time is when I entered this trade right there. So this was shared with the group, and look, 10 people commented on it. So hopefully all you guys have taken profit and you've all moved on to the next step. Swing trade. This is only available for my premium Patreon members. So if anybody's interested, definitely check it out. Link is in the chat and in the description. It's pretty exciting, honestly. I mean, I'm pretty excited about the compounding seed. I think it has huge, huge potentials. And with that membership, you also get access to the trading course because my goal is, of course, for everybody to learn the trade. I don't want to just give everybody the trades. I want people to learn also. We do a live stream every single day of the week at 7:30 a.m., about 90 minutes to 2 hours. We do a live stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. We also, gets access to the educational library. Monday I do a Zoom meeting, so if any of my members have something they want me to look at, they'll get their pairs looked at first. Access to all the private channels, share all my swing trades, and my mentorship. So yeah, like I said, I mean it's $50 a month, but you could sign up for 1 month, and if you don't like it, cancel at the end of the month. So let me get back to the chats. Let's see if anybody else has anything they would like me to look at. And I do plan on eventually, anybody that's already a member, their price is going to be locked in. But if this becomes a hit, I definitely do plan on raising the price probably at $20. It's probably going to be $69 a month instead of $49 a month, especially with the fact that I'm doing 9 live streams a week now. So just remember that if you do wait, potentially the price could go up $20 a month because I am dedicating about 4 or 5 hours a day into live streams for you guys. So it is a lot of work, but that's good. Will that change the current members? Not really sure what you mean. Oh yeah, for the current members, no. Anybody that's already signed up, your price is locked in. Well, I actually have people that are paying less than that because their price was locked in. So yeah, your price is locked in. Please look at the the US Poland. Okay, yeah, we can check that out. The US Poland and the Euro Poland. Okay. Not a pair that I would normally look at, but I definitely will check it out for you. I thought I had, yeah, it's right there. Ooh, big push down, huh? Definitely a downtrend, no break of structure. Ooh, yeah, look at that lower high, lower high, lower high. Hmm. It could potentially be the end of an ABC, honestly. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A. It looks like a little correction. Could be a wave B. It could be a wave C. It potentially could be going back down already. But if I think about what I assume is happening on all the other dollar pairs, then that may not be correct. This may actually be the wave A. This may be an A, B, C, or B, which I still think this is the most likely count. A, B, C, or B, and then probably back up for a C. It probably will take out this high, and then later on that in the week, I think that's when it's actually gonna continue to downtrend. So I think this right here is probably the most likely count, but we have to keep all of our possibilities open. I mean, it could possibly I've already ended a correction. It could this spike right here could be the end of a wave C, and it potentially could just keep going down. And we definitely have ways of knowing whether this is a wave C or whether this is a wave three. Anybody that knows anything about Fibonacci and Fibonacci projections will know how to tell the difference between a wave C and a wave three. So yeah, definitely. So let's check out that Euro Poland. That's definitely not a pair that I would normally look at, but that's okay. No big deal. I don't even think I have it on here. No, I don't. PLN, right? Yeah, PLN. Yeah, I don't really know if I have a most difficult chart. Not really sure. Like, which chart is the most difficult? Where is the most difficult chart? Some of the cryptos are a little difficult, but honestly, cryptocurrency is actually following Elliott wave rules pretty well, honestly, too. Elliott wave actually does work pretty well on crypto. But I remember a few years ago when, crypto was kind of new, some of the pairs were just kind of a mess and you really were not readable. But now that they have a couple of years of data behind them, most of them are pretty readable and most of them are following Elliott wave structure rules pretty nicely. Oh wow, look at that. That looks like the end of a cutscene. Look at that. That looks like an ABC. I have no idea what it looks like back here. It would probably be really beneficial for us to know if we were actually trading this pair. But boy, that looks like a huge ABC on the monthly. If that's an ABC, this thing is going to go down, take out these lows, and potentially even go a lot lower than that. Hmm. Wonder what that means for some of the other yellow pairs. Boy, that looks like the end of a crescent right there, big time, on the daily. Wow. So this right here is impulsive, corrective, impulsive. This is either a 1 or an A. This is either a B or a 2. This is most likely going down for either a 3 or a C. Based on those longer time frames, I bet it's a 3. I bet this is going to keep going. I bet we're in a 1, 2, 3 right now, and I bet we have a lot of downside potential. Yeah, I bet we're in a wave 3, so I would be looking for shorts, 100%. This potentially has a lots and lots of downside potential if that higher time frame is correct. I mean, I would say that it's at least going to go down, probably take out these lows at least, probably before you see too much of a pullback. So I'm just posting something on my Discord real quick. Give me a second. If anybody else has something they would like me to look at before we end the live stream, definitely feel free to do so. I'll look at pretty much anything. Like I said, I mean, I'll at least give it a try. Sometimes I won't have a pop account, but most of the time I do. So yeah, let's see. Oh, what's trading stock got going on? Oh yeah, I know. I don't know if you're listening, trading stock, but actually that's kind of exactly what I would say too on that one. He's looking at the U.S. dollar yen, and he's probably not in the live stream, but that's exactly what I would say too. What time frame is that? That's the daily. Yeah, I think you're right, buddy. I think this is an A or maybe a one. I think this is an A, B, C of two. That's an expanding flat, isn't it? Maybe not the most perfect expanding flat, but B or two down for a three or C. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Like I said, you're probably not even in the meeting, but that is definitely what I would say for sure. So yeah, definitely. That's looking pretty awesome. Let me pull up the chart, see if there's any more requests. Bitcoin. We already looked at Bitcoin. Oh, no problem, Mark. Glad to be back. I was experiencing some issues with OBS last week. I tried to live stream OBS. I tried to live stream last week after the holidays. I went back to work last week, and I tried to live stream on Monday, and my OBS was just complete garbage. My internet is almost 1 gigabyte a second, and I like couldn't even live stream. It was stupid. So I uninstalled OBS. I reset all the settings, and I watched like 3 YouTube videos about how to use OBS and how to test it. And yeah, I think I finally got it figured out. We're currently broadcasting at 7,100 bits a second, and I have 0% frame rate drop. So we should be at least 1080 or maybe even 1440 right now. I think I might be live streaming in 1440. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, the seat is, I was still with any of my members. I apologize, but yeah, if anybody is a Patreon member, they get the spreadsheet included. But yeah, I'll probably keep the rest of it personal. I do apologize, but yeah, this is only for my Patreon members. I don't mind. I want to show it in these live streams because I want to continue to show everybody the progress that we're making. Yes, but yeah, if you join my Patreon, you can get it for free. No problem. 1080. I might be able to turn it up to 1440 now, but I'll do that maybe next time. I'll turn it up to 1440. Get some hyper 4K almost. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I mean, if you anybody wants to join my Discord, anybody can't afford it or whatever. I mean, my Discord itself is 100% free. You never have to pay a dime on my Discord if you do not want to. It is 100% free to join. We currently have over 4,000 members. We have 4,571 members in the group. It is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. You can stay a free member for as long as you like. You never have to pay. Yeah, well, that's pretty much what it is, Marcus. It's a compounding spreadsheet. That's pretty much all it is. It's a compounding spreadsheet. It's just we put all these formulas in here so that way, if you change this to right here to whatever your balance is, $5,000 or whatever, then it'll change all these numbers for you with because of the formulas. Which I'm definitely not an Excel expert, but my partner is really good at Excel because has a lot of years in office work. So she actually helped me build this spreadsheet. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself, honestly. I I'm starting to learn more about formulas, but now I'm starting to get the hang of it. But at first, I really had no idea how to make formulas in Excel. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it does work pretty good now that it's done. Oh, for compounding interest, yeah, it's probably not. Yeah, YouTube is probably not gonna allow you to post a link, but yeah, there's plenty of places that where you can look. You can just go on Google and just type in compounding interest or whatever, and you can come up with a spreadsheet, no problem. Or maybe not a spreadsheet, but at least a formula for it. Yeah, let's see what the pound yen. I think these pound pairs might be making it preparing to make a move down. They might even already be starting. Yeah, I kind of feel like some of them need to go up one more time before they go down, but honestly, they could just keep going down now. I mean, who knows? So I feel like it's gonna do this and then go down, but it could also go down. Mark Douglas is my one of my biggest I'm like one of the biggest Mark Douglas fans ever. And like Mark Douglas says, anything can happen. It only takes one big trader, one big hedge fund, one big money manager to totally neglect any ideas that we may have in the market. Uh, well, the pound yen did break structures on the 1 hour time frame. We potentially already have the end of a trend. That's why I'm saying that this potentially could keep going down. That's why we might want to be looking for sorts. The only reason why I say it should go up one more time is because it didn't really bounce off a fib level. You would think that it would go up and bounce off a fib level, but it doesn't have to. Oh yeah, it is definitely possible that Bitcoin keeps going up, 100%. Like I said, if Bitcoin goes much beyond where it's at now, if Bitcoin goes beyond this 48,000, then I'm gonna say this is not a wave C. This is actually a wave three, and it's gonna just keep on trending. So yeah, it is definitely possible, 100%. But going back to the pound yen, kind of a tough one, honestly. I think on the 30 minutes, it might try to pop up one more time. I think it might go up one more time anyways. But I think overall, it is probably gonna go down again. Oh, the Bitcoin will be, yeah, could be. The problem I have with Bitcoin right now is every place I go, people are talking about it. I go to the gym and people are talking about it. I go to the store and people are talking about it. I go to the bar and people are talking about it. Usually, when everybody starts talking about something, that's when it's time to start selling. That's the problem I have with Bitcoin right now. Is pretty much every place you go, everybody's talking about Bitcoin. And what time frame is that? Wait for the higher low on the U.S. dollar yen. Lower high. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We do have a little bit of a lower high end, but on the 4 hour, yeah, I was just gonna say, but the 4 hour is probably better. I That's funny. I can tell Connor is like reading my mind because he knew exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, that 1 hour time frame is a little bit too short. Probably the 4 hours. If you see a lower high, maybe not like that, but maybe like this lower. Well, that's not a very good example either. Like this, that would be a best place to go short. It probably is gonna go up again. Yeah, maybe everybody's talking about it. Maybe it'll just start a pullback, Maybe it'll make a pullback and then later on it'll just keep on trending up. So yeah, let's see. We had a pretty good Zoom meeting. It's a pretty good live stream. I really do appreciate everybody coming, and I am going to be doing these live streams every Monday. Every Monday, I'm gonna give you guys, a progress report of how we're doing on these on this spreadsheet. Hopefully by next week we'll be on level, 7 or 8 at least, something like that. Risking $80, $100 a trade. So, anyways, I will talk to anybody that is a Patreon member. You can definitely check that out in the chats or in the link. Well, the spreadsheet can be different for everybody. You can put in whatever numbers you want. If you have a $5,000, if you have a $1,000 trading account, you can put in $1,000, and it will automatically do the math. If you have, whatever size trading account you have, you just put it in there, and it will do it automatically. That's why the formulas are set up the way they are. I currently have $37,500 in my personal trading account because I just pulled out a bunch of money, but at the end of the year to pay my taxes. But yeah, you can put in whatever amount of money you want. So, anyways, I will talk to everybody next Monday, and if you are one of my Patreon members, then I will talk to you tomorrow morning in the London session live stream. And I will hope everybody has a good day, and as always, happy trading and good luck to everybody.